It is a perfect spring Saturday in Chapel Hill for women's college lacrosse at Dorrance Field. 14th ranked North Carolina hosting Virginia Tech this afternoon in an ACC matchup starting to get close to the postseason. These teams have a lot on the line here today. Taking a look at the ACC standings, it shows a jumbled mess in the middle of the conference. Carolina one game better than Virginia Tech. The top 6 is important here. That means a first round bye for the ACC tournament that's just a couple of weeks away. Hey everybody, thanks so much for being with us alongside the national champion Andy Aldave. My name is Matt Krause. Well, Andy, the ACC, Carolina not at the top of it this year. It's been a topsy-turvy year in the conference.
Yeah, a lot of parity.
Well, as North Carolina tries to stack wins at the end of the year to improve their conference tournament seed, they're trying to rely on younger players to step up offensively. Last week against Boston College, Darcy Felter did so with 4 goals. See what the sophomore has for an encore here today against the Hokies, a Virginia Tech team that's really trying to find themselves offensively. They added Kayla Downey, graduate transfer from Coastal Carolina. She's been a great feeder, but yet the Hokies still not clicking on all cylinders. Alyssa Long, one of 10 seniors honored today on Senior Day, trying to get the hands free, drives and scores. Render taking it hard, and it's a hat trick for Lauren Render. She'll go in. Torres will bend low to pull it back. Long, there's number 5. What a way to cap it off. Godin still well outside the 12-meter fan. Stepping in now. Down to 10 for Alyssa Long. Already 2 goals today. Does she have another hat trick in her? Feed across to Humphrey. Carolina couldn't connect cleanly, but even though you would like a goal there, the main objective was to kill off the penalty time. In that regard, mission accomplished.
Yeah, I think that was smart on Carolina and also avoiding the offensive transition. They kind of had to act quick, a little bit urgent on their offensive set with a rush shot at the end. But again, I think they avoided the offensive fast break and semi got a good shot off. But again, here we go, Virginia Tech with the ball back and can work their offense.
All this conversation from Kristen Skyra about her team's offense, wanting to be more efficient coming into play here today. What have you seen, Andy, as they do turn it over here? But Hokies do have 3 goals, have this game tied early second quarter.
Yeah, I think they're finding the momentum, although as I say that, one of their core offensive leaders with just a kind of a lazy pass around while they're getting the ball around and stuff like that. When you're playing a high caliber team like Carolina, you can't be doing because they're going to go down and convert on the opposite end. So I like their rhythm. I like the way they came out in the second quarter, but just taking care of that ball and finding those easy opportunities and not making the game harder than it needs to be.
Tech team that scored just 4 goals against Clemson last week on 19% shooting. As Coach Skyra kind of jokingly said to us, we deserve a good shooting day. You got to create good shooting days, though.
Yeah, I think anytime you shoot under 20% as a team, that's a tough next day at practice for sure.
Strong drive from Grayson Leonard. The goal will not count. Wave it off. She's going to go to the 8-meter here. Foul was committed by Casey Hansen, senior defender, 12 in gray. Leonard, the freshman, passing out of it. And another whistle. And that's a spot because of the amount of time on the shot clock. If you're Carolina, you like the situation of passing out of it because now you get perhaps a better shot with the dangerous Wurzberger. Wurzberger whistles it high, has the backup.
Carolina has been doing a ton of passing off the 8-meter, and I think it's smart at times, but it can also be easily scoutable. If you're watching film, you know that's what they're going to do, so you set your defense up accordingly. But again, I think there's times for it, but they also have shooters, so they can take that shot like Wurzberger did right there.
And now as the shot clock continues to dwindle, third time in this possession that the Tar Heels are going to go to the 8-meter, especially with the hash mark here. This feels like a shooting situation. Drive and shoot for Humphrey.
100%.
And she does just that, but Torres was ready for it.
That was a great save. That was a crazy 8-meter high to low sidearm. That was just an awesome save by Torres, and I think, again, this could be a good momentum shift for the Hokies.
4th save of the game for Jocelyn Torres. Her career high is still the 15 she had against the Tar Heels in Blacksburg last year. A 10-6 Carolina win, but Torres played really well, keeping Virginia Tech in that game. And Virginia Tech takes the lead at the other end. Caroline Little, welcome back.
That was a great goal by Caroline Little, but that starts on the defensive end with Torres just coming up big on the defensive end with the 8-meter. We'll take a look at it. Just high to low, or low to high, just picture perfect 8-meter if you're watching and you're a little girl watching lacrosse. Just an even better save. And what a way to get Caroline Little back into the season, back into the game. Vergano to Little, just picture perfect, pump, and finish around the goalie. Again, momentum change for the Hokies.
Sophomore Little did not play last game against Clemson. Left Virginia Tech's game against Pitt 2 weeks ago with an injury, was questionable coming into today's game when we talked to Coach Skyra. But Little back in the lineup and gives Virginia Tech the lead. Not just that, Andy, but it's a 4-1 run, as you see. Virginia Tech is taking control of this game.
Yeah, 100%, and I think Coach Skyra talked about it, but Caroline Little coming back into Virginia Tech's midfield is going to be huge for them. They were already running low a little bit on their middies and the subbing, so for her to be in this game and making an impact is huge.
Long, great feet ahead, just like that, we're back level. Lightning quick for the Tar Heels.
Quick response by the Heels. I think they might have caught Virginia Tech on their toes, but right off the draw. I think that's the Carolina way, but just everyone with their heads up, and Alyssa Long with her head up there off the draw, finding a streaming cut from Wurzburger off the draw, but super smart to look up. And again, that's just IQ from Alyssa Long, having her head up. And Wurzburger is just an awesome finisher, and not surprised she pumped and put it around her.
For Wurzburger, it's her first goal since the Louisville game back on March 23rd. She had gone 2 straight games without a goal for the first time since the last 2 regular season games in 2022.
I think that's definitely a little bit surprising. So maybe for her, just getting the monkey off her back a little bit on senior day. So she's probably definitely pumped up about that one.
So right back even at 4. Vergano takes in the draw for the Hokies, though.
Vergano does so much work on the offensive end. It's so impressive that she's coming up with these draws, and one of their stat leaders on the draw control line, actually. So she's just doing it all for this Hokie team.
Carolina does take possession back, but to Andy's point, Vergano and Sarah Gresham last year, both of them broke Virginia Tech's single-season record for draw control wins. Wurzburger raking up the ground ball and sharing with Godin, then she'll lose it. Godin on the move. Inside roll. Working her way back out. Gives it off for Long. And a beautiful assist a moment ago. Delayed penalty coming.
Great job by Alyssa Long to draw that penalty on Golini, I believe it was. Just, again, going hard to cage and protecting her stick. When you're protecting your stick as a midfielder, an attacker, it's super easy to draw that foul because defenders will lean and try to swing to get a check, and they're hitting your body instead of your stick.
And Long will go hard and finish the hat trick. A senior day hat trick for Alyssa Long.